Hello, Sky Gamers. Today we are playing the fourth, quest, in Two Embers. I know I'm a little late with this, but also the last quest, was rough. For those who don't know, so trigger warning for loud noises, flashing lights, red lights, and sounds reminiscent of Warzone. So, because we are diving into the history of Sky and what happened before the shattering and essentially the end of the world. So we're wearing a slightly more lore, or slightly, we're wearing another lore accurate outfit today, and I might go into that later, but right now we're just going to say hello to the season guide, Vault Elder's Lantern. Yes, I would like to teleport so that I can do the quest. There are several spirits that are currently visiting the village or the Vault of Knowledge that are relevant to the Season of the Two Embers and the time period in which this takes place. They are from the past seasons of Remembrance and Season of Abyss, and so maybe I will get into that a little later. For now, yes, I would like to travel to a land lost to time and help the Scarred Sentry. Alright, red shining door, that is not ominous or anything. Oh. Oh no. It shows the sentry and a few of his fallen companions, and oh. And he's holding a shield that has a sun depicted on it, not the standard diamond-shaped shield emblem that is on most of the soldiers' shields. Lots of flashing lights in this. Ah, yes, we motion stay here to the manatee, and he sits like such a good boy. Take supplies from the bag to help the villagers. Okay, the sentry's a little too out of it. We're gonna hand these out to people. Okay. This looks like a blanket or bedroll or something. Okay, yeah, so get a bedroll for this person. And back to the bag. Alright. Now we have to get this Scarred Sentry to follow us. Come on. Oh, he grabbed a manta toy and we have... Or he grabbed a toy and we have a toy. Who are we? Oh, we're giving the little toys to the kids. there's a kitty toy. That's interesting. Oh no, there's a noise at the doors. Oh, and oh, red crabs. Crabs with red crystals? Oh no, if there are crabs with red crystals, that must mean that there are shard events. Block off the entrance. Okay, that means there are shards that are exploding from Eden, although Eden doesn't exist yet. Maybe? Alright, this is it. Get the scarred sentry to help. Okay. Hey. Hello? Alright. I gotta try to calm him down. Please help. Come on. Breathe. Okay, we can get through this. Everybody push the boulder. All the lights just flashed. Save the villagers from the crabs. How? Can I use my shield, please? I can. I was not able to use that the last few times I was in here. Save the light creature from the crabs. Oh! Rude. Ouch. Okay, well, that crab knocked me flat on my face. Crab. And now I'm holding two shields. Okay. I threw the shield towards them. Ouch. Okay. Alright. There's the manatee that we saved earlier. Get away from them. Okay, well, that's okay. I guess if we can hold your hand and get you to hit them with the shield, that works too. Wow, alright. That's right. No, bad crabs. Hello, manatee. Aw, the scarred sentry is being friends with the manatee. That's right, manatee. It's okay. I am wondering if this is the start of the shattering. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there's a krill that just burst through the door. He's going for it. The sentry is running towards... Oh no! And There's the recluse and the shepherd there too. It's okay, Manatee. Oh no. I'm sorry, what? Okay, the ending is just we end up back in the Wasteland Temple with the Vault Elder's lantern after everything went red and there was a krill attack. And now I have... Oh no. Alright, we're gonna see how long till the next quest. 13 days till the next oh, you... But the sentry and the manatee... No, I'm just gonna lay here. I'm just gonna lay here for a second while we process that. Okay. So, the quest starts with you taking supplies out of the sentry's pack because they are too, they are traumatized and having a panic attack over what happened to their previous friends or soldiers that were wearing armor that actually looked similar to the one of the spirits from the Valley of Triumph. The helmets actually looked very similar. And the braid reminded me of the Wasteland Elder's braid. So I'm wondering if the Scarred Sentry was originally part of the Wasteland or Dusk, because the devs refer to they refer to the elders usually by their time of day or status, so like the Hidden Forest is rain, or Anakirio says, this is a theory, but I wonder if the spirit later becomes the Elder of the Wasteland because he is the only one holding both the spear and shield like the Elder and the location of his death. So, I will say that because of the flashback that the Scarred Sentry has, my belief is that he is not Dusk. He's not the Wasteland Elder. There has been some discussion about this in the lore Discord. I'm just passed out on the ground because I need to recover from this. So the Scarred Sentry is not the Wasteland Elder because the Elders and Ancestors are two different types of people. Oh my gosh. Hello. I'm sorry. We just finished the quest, so I apologize, but I'm kind of recovering from this and we're talking about lore. So Dusk, the Wasteland Elder, is originally fought against the king. And from what we know, the elders lost. We don't think that they died at that point in time, because we see them again at the Shattering, and because the first time we see crabs with the red crystal on them, indicating corruption from the crystal in Eden, the crystal towards the end of the game. I do need a break, but I need to process the lore. So if that's the first, assuming that that is the first time in the last city that there were crabs, the red crabs, crabs with the red crystals on them, that would mean that that would be when the Eden crystal finally became corrupted and started having shard eruptions, because the shard eruptions are what bring red crabs, like red crystal crabs. And the Wasteland Elder was at the crystal at the time of the Shattering. We know this from the Shattering memories. If you play through the shard events, the first time you play through them, they have an order. So you go through them in order, and the last spoilers for the season of Shattering, even though I think it happened like over 2 years ago. The the crystal cracked, and started spewing out red and black shards. Red shards cause mutations in crabs that turn them into red crabs that you cannot flip over. I'm wondering if you can. I'm confused because every single time I have tried to use the shield against the crabs, it has failed. So I'm curious. Oh, so the lantern sent me to the present day Wasteland Temple at the end of that memory. And you don't have to do the cutscene. The doors to the Vault of Knowledge are just open. They're not shut. You don't have to do the cutscene with the Wasteland Elder. That's interesting. Yeah, so I've heard a few people guess that Scarred Sentry is Dusk or the Wasteland Elder. I don't think so, mostly because the spear is much larger. I think that these things were probably... So my theory is that because we know that people retreated into the Wasteland Temple and then into the Vault of Knowledge. So but we see from the lantern memory of the last city that the statues for the elders were not there. I'm not sure if the statues appeared magically. Also, the shield is much bigger. I think that these are, in fact, Dusk's spear and shield. But I think that my guess would be that Night, the Vault Elder, after the crystal shattered and Eden, the King's Castle, completely wrecked the top of the mountain. All of the elders were sent to a space outside of space and time. We know that from that is confirmed lore, that from the game devs, that when you sit at the... Oh, and you can't even do the cutscene here. There are no candles to light. Oh, that's interesting. So, my guess would be that the statues appeared magically as almost a gateway to reach that elder, or were made by survivors taking refuge in the temples right after the shattering, because we don't know whether the shattering immediately destroyed everything and everyone or not. We also know that the impact on areas further away from wastelands and the vaults of knowledge inside the mountain are it's an altered, like, yeah, the lantern teleports you back to an altered space. That is, Anacario is correct. But it's interesting the items that they kind of picked for you, because they could have just teleported you back to the Wasteland Temple. They could have teleported you back to the regular temple, but this allows you... I'm wondering if this allows you to go... I want to also talk about the spirits that are tied to this, tied to this quest, because the current traveling spirits are said to also be tied to the lore of the Two Embers season. I also find it interesting that the entrance is not blue. I feel like that was... I still feel like it's intentional, like when they bring you back from that horrific scene, the mood... Watching your character hunched over and holding themselves, that's just heartbreaking. Okay, so it does take you to the regular Vault of Knowledge. Alright, and these are the four spirits that are tied to the, that the devs have said are tied to the, lore of the Two Embers. The Tiptoeing Tea Brewer and Wounded Warrior, which both make a lot of sense as the Season of Remembrance, this is the Season of Remembrance guide. Is all about the stories of characters who are surviving right, I believe, before and during the Civil War. I don't think they were... I don't know that they were around at the time that the quest we just played through, which would be the end of the last city. But we know that Bumbling Boatswain and Anxious Angler both are from the Season of the Abyss and were not in the area of... they're in they're in an offshoot of Wasteland and Treasure Reef. So I'm wondering if the events at Treasure Reef were happening around the same time that the events of the Civil War were happening, or if they were happening around the fall of the last city, and they're just people scavenging to survive. Hello, Wounded Warrior. That just makes me feel so much worse. Also, I find it interesting that the spirits they seem more solid, and also you have this memory lantern here. So I'm wondering if they're using the memory lanterns to bring the spirits back, if that's the lore implication there. Yeah, so the Season of Remembrance being tied to the Two Embers makes a lot of sense, because both of these spirits lived through the Civil War, which happened before, as far as we know, probably happened before the end of the last city, because that would be the end of probably any conflict, because you would just end up with the mountain destroyed and no army at all in the last city. The treasure seekers from the Season of Abyss are interesting. I'm wondering if they were trying to survive during the fall of the last city or right after. The last city, or the ancient city, is definitely full of refugees. That is true. Like, when you play through the other quests, you can go and see them. If I go through... Actually, if I teleport home, it'll probably teleport me to a time that is right near where that quest was. So, and I want to see if I can run around the last city a little. Yeah, I do think that a lot of the refugees are refugees from the Civil War in Ontario. That's also my assumption. There seem to also have been pockets of people living outside the last city. When and how they were affected by the shattering is not entirely... let's see. I don't know the timeline of all of the seasons. It would be interesting to figure out a timeline. I have guesses, but I want to view this memory again, yes. Because I would like to run around the last city. But also it's interesting going back to the first quest with the toy maker, that all of, like, you can see the outfits and everything, the outfits that of the spirits they brought back. The spirits that are the traveling spirits that are currently visiting also have similar outfits to the other spirits that are living in this time. It's not one of the traveling spirits that are visiting, but the kids are all wearing outfits that are very reminiscent of, of the child from the Remembrance season. This person's wearing an outfit that's very similar to Anxious Angler. The soldiers obviously wear the you know, undamaged version of the Wounded Warrior's outfit. I think this looks like the Tiptoeing Tea Brewer's shawl or dress. This person really just looks like Anxious Angler, although I don't think... Yeah, a lot of them are wearing dark masks with a triangle on them, or upside down triangle. I'm wondering if they're going to if the next traveling spirit is also going to be tied to the Two Embers, and if the seasons... Well, those people are holding hands. Oh, the mask with the upside down triangle is from the Scolding Student. That's Season of Assembly. I mean, Anxious Angler and a lot of them, the masks from Abyss, and the Wounded Warrior also have black masks, I think is what as opposed to the tan masks or a different design. Is it? I forget who has the mask with the upside down triangle. It is from Season of Assembly, but it is, Scolding, I want to say it's Scolding something. Yeah, it is Scolding Student that has the mask with the upside down triangle. That's interesting also because the Vault of Knowledge is around where all of these people ended up, so maybe the majority of them have those masks because... Hello. I mean, I know that some of it has to do with reused assets probably, but I'm pretty sure they were deliberate in the assets they picked. Like, this person actually does have a Wounded Warrior's outfit. And the hair from Prophet of Earth, actually. That's interesting. Some of them look like they're wearing the aesthetic monk's outfit. So I'm assuming that the spirits have... Oh, wow, that was a nice flip. I'm wondering... I'm wondering what the timeline of the seasons are now. Now that we know, oh, okay, it won't let me advance unless I do the quest. I wonder, because it's clear that they come from all over. Some of them look like they're from Abyss, some from Remembrance, some from Sanctuary Islands, I think. I think that sort of reminds me of the Season of Duets, which actually took place in Aviary Village, so I wonder if Aviary Village was technically established by now, or if it was established right after to avoid the avoid the encroaching darkness or the shard events after Eden, the crystal shattered and Eden became Eden. Speaking of Eden, that's the castle before it was blasted into the sky. People just walking in and out of the marketplace, but instead they appear. It's interesting, you can still see the cloud that looks like Krell right next to the castle. Yeah, I feel like they were very purposeful in what NPCs they picked to have what outfits, because the Season of Duets, the outfits are very similar to most of the people that are playing instruments in the last city. So I wonder if there was a much larger musical consortium before this. Alright, I think I'm going to end this here just because I need to process a little bit more, but also the I don't want to get too off topic with the last quest. I hope this helps explain some of the lore around the last quest and at least give you ideas of how the spirits that are currently visiting could be tied into the last quest. And what seasons are more closely tied to the lore and history of Sky. So thank you very much, and hopefully I will do a longer lore video and talk at one point that does not include me freaking out over over everything. So thanks very much, and I will see you around, I guess. It's lovely to see you all. And safe travels.